It's Monday, the 13th of October. Spooky month. Halloween's coming. Anyway, let's dive in. My name's Tristan, and this is my channel, Midnight Fish, and this is a you versus them reading. This is you and whoever. Somebody you want to know, somebody you know already. Could be romantic, could just be family, friends, maybe the guy you're arguing with. Who's your neighbour who won't build the fence? I don't know. Millions of people you could know, whoever you are. But if it resonates, it resonates. So I'll pull a card from my mum's deck and see what the general vibe is. Oh, 10. We'll be on the lookout for danger, apparently. This is quite a hectic card. The scythe looms bare, danger stalks too, of strangers beware, they can harm you. If some nearby cards hold favourable view, good are the odds you'll overcome too. Yeah, it's never a good one to get, really. But fear not, it's just cards. Might not actually mean anything. Shock, something shocking, violent acts, hurtful actions, surgery, emotional separations and rejections. Okay, so maybe this is somebody you're on the outs with. I mean, it's a 13 days. So. Okay, maybe it's a bit hectic. Let's see what the last oracle has to say. Whatever, if you're having a bad day with somebody, I hope it turns out okay. It's never nice to have shocking things happen in close relationships. I'm assuming it must be a close relationship because you can't have that kind of feeling with somebody you just met or with somebody you don't really care about that much, really. Yeah. So what are the two things we got here? Under siege, uproot your habits. Under siege. So there's something about your habits you need to change. Harvest of the heart, balance, strength and vulnerability. Okay, so maybe you need to be more vulnerable. Why would you want to be if you've got something shocking happening around you? That's the hardest thing to be vulnerable in difficult situations. Because it's seen as a weakness, isn't it? Even though it takes a lot of strength to be vulnerable. And to be vulnerable knowing that, you know, people can't actually hurt you unless you let them. I mean, it's different with like an actual physical attack. But mental things can get underneath your skin as well. Mental attacks, emotional attacks. All right, so changing your habits and balancing your strength and vulnerability. So maybe too much of one thing. Maybe you're being too vulnerable or you're not being vulnerable enough. I think it was most likely being not vulnerable because when you're feeling under attack, you don't want to present as vulnerable. No. The Hierophant. Okay, this is some of you're committed to this person, so you've got some sort of long-term commitment. The High Priestess and the Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups. Oh, 3 people there. So that you could be any of these people, or this looks like family. We've got 6 of Cups here, and 4 of Pentacles, the chain. So maybe husband and wife and daughter, or mother or sister or brother, I don't know. But there's a Queen of Cups, a Knight of Swords, and a High Priestess, and an Emperor. I thought that was a Hierophant. Wow, I read that completely wrong. There's an Emperor as well. So 4 people. Wanting things your own way. That. You're the one in charge, maybe? Let's see. Okay. God. Another 10. 10 and 10. The end of something as well. So, but 10 wands, Page of Wands underneath that, and the Knight of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 wands, a burden, something, a block, something that's really heavy, feels like you're going to break, just about to break. or the situation feels like it's about to break, or there's something you guys can't get through in the situation. Perhaps it was this violent act that happened, whatever it is. But it looks like you're looking to passionately get away from whatever it is, or to move on and create something new. Sharing, maybe, passion. So you're coming up as the 5 of Cups. And your block is the 8 of Pentacles. They're the King of Swords. Oh, the King of Swords came back. And the Wheel of Fortune is their block. And the King of Cups between you. Emotional maturity, or a person. Perhaps there's a third party helping you. So this could be either in between you both trying to be emotionally mature about how you communicate, perhaps, or what actions you take. Or it's somebody mediating. Somebody that's mature and has a lot of love for you both, or has no biases either way. Very balanced person. So you're coming up as 5 of Cups, which is obviously regret, but there's no blood or anything in these cups. They're just broken and you're reaching for them. So it's like you can't just move on from what happened, maybe. You looking like it's a bit like sulking, isn't it? When we focus too much on past regrets. Not in a bad way, just traps us a bit, doesn't it? So you have 5 Cups, which makes me a bit sad. And they're King of Swords, which means they're not showing any emotion. Whoever this person is, they've got this sort of logic. They're blocking you. They're just looking at you with these cold eyes. It's like they're just trying to pick you apart almost. Very powerful energy. Cutting words, perhaps. So whatever happened, yeah, it's not good. Damn it. So 8 of Pentacles is your block, and so this might be you're working too much, or you're not putting in the commitment into the relationship that you need to. Maybe using work as a shield to avoid talking. People do that. We use all kinds of things to avoid stuff we don't want to look at. Or you're unable to feel like you can work on the situation. Like what you usually do doesn't work. And their block's the Wheel of Fortune. This changing fates, this constant roulette wheel of instability almost. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune is a great thing because it can turn in our favor, but it can also turn against us. He just wants to throw the hat in, this person, whoever they are, she or him. Tired of the dizziness. Round and round. Alright, so what should we go first? Let's look at you first. The 5 of Cups. Why are you regretful? A violent action. Yeah, something harmful. What were the other? I can't remember now. Shocks, violent acts, hurtful actions. Emotional separations, rejections. Maybe you feel rejected. Or they do. So why are you 5 Cups? Because the 3 Cups. Oh, and the Hierophant. 8 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Wands. Mother of Pentacles. Looks like you just want to have a happy family life that's stable. You've had to defend this, working hard, and you may be looking at how much work you've been putting into a commitment. But 3 of Cups suggests maybe other people talking to you, or you trying to figure out something in a situation that involves multiple people. I don't know what that could mean. This could be third party influence. You're in regret over third party influence. Somebody you have a commitment with. Maybe it's not this person. 10 Pentacles. Page of Swords. Money. Stability. A younger person, maybe. Maybe a family member. Oh, don't know. Maybe you got kids with this person. Something's happened, and it's to do with money and your the stability. You're regretful, maybe over actions you had to take to ensure the stability, or yeah, something to do with the Page of Swords. Maybe a truth. Maybe some truth has come out about a money situation. Mm-hmm. I always get the sense of this 10 Pentacles draining out of these broken cups. There's some regret, and it's to do with money and holding back of money. Often people in relationships share finances, so maybe there's something to do with that. Maybe joint finances that you're having to hold back. Okay, so 8 of Pentacles. What's this? Is this? I thought there would be love come up, but it's to do with like stability, your home, something about your home. 10 Pentacles, the truth in your home. Maybe you were watching a situation, or somebody's been watching you. The Owl, somebody you didn't know was there, or a young person has said a truth. So what's your 8 Pentacles? Are you working too much? Are you using work as a shield? Is what you usually do in a situation not working? 4 Swords, 3 Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, 8 Pentacles. Okay, so maybe you usually follow a certain pattern. The Emperor and the Star. The 4 Swords is like, yeah, I think you're using it as a shield. You're using work as a shield. You want things your way, basically. You really want things your way because you're chasing a dream. Perhaps this is what you're working on. And it's a shield because perhaps if you go too deep emotionally, it will bring up too much and it will distract you from your path. So you're very strong. Something you're working on. It's this Wheel of Fortune, which is what's in his block. It's something to do with the... Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, you know, just communicate those things. Just be honest. Authenticity goes a long way. Just say, I'm using my work as a shield because I can't deal with what's emotionally happening. And, you know, I don't know. I suppose some people might look at you and think, but isn't our connection and relationship more important than your dreams? And I suppose you should always tell people that, no, your dreams are the most important thing. But you can always... People need to be free to express emotions without judgment. That's often why people don't want to go in those territories, because they feel like if they say something, they're going to be judged and it will go wrong. So maybe, yeah, you know, no insult to whoever this King of Swords is, but it's very hard to be emotionally open with somebody who's too logical. Because being authentic is very difficult. So we don't always 100% tell the truth, and the King of Swords can miss nuance in what a person's talking about, and also what they're not saying. You know, there's a lot of levels to it. Emotional discussions. All right, so the King of Swords. Very sharp-tongued at the moment. No emotion. Those eyes are very cold. Sort problems out, but sometimes emotional discussions aren't a problem to be sorted. They're something where you both need to reach an understanding. Yeah, look, 5 Swords. You can't get emotional understanding when you're cutting words and cutting the other person up, and you know, 5 Swords is this conflict where one person wins. In an argument, in a relationship, there's no winner. Really. 10 cups underneath there. It's always split in half and stuff. Because in any family, there's other people involved, and you know, no, yeah, 7 pentacles. Okay, so what his whoever this is, it's about what they've invested in so far. How much they've invested in this. Do they want to go further? So why are you King of Swords, mister? Why are you King of Swords? The Fool. 7 cups. 3 wands, 3 pentacles, 3 cups. And then 8 swords and an empress. Wow. Some of you, it feels like an illusion of a new beginning. That's what they feel, that this new beginning was an illusion. There's lots of 3s here as well. It feels like perhaps there's other people involved or other things that are the energies in the situation, which could be anything. It could be your job, your habits. But there's a third thing that's interfering. And it feels like this new beginning was an illusion. Maybe they feel like a bit of a fool for believing it. Whatever this new beginning was. I don't know what new beginning it was. Let's see if I'm right. Son of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Father of Cups, King of Cups. That deer always looks a bit sad. Yeah. Feels like they've decided to only give you small things now. They're not giving you as much as they used to. This Father of Cups is drifting away here. Off the table. No. It's funny because you got a King of Cups. So it's almost as if they used to be this person, this King of Cups to you. Someone who shared their cup with you without question. And they've decided to not do that now. And what they're giving is very little. When you're used to 10 Pentacles, it looks like something is cracked in this 10 Pentacles with money. Hasn't told me why, but maybe when I look at the Wheel of Fortune, something about this illusion, this new beginning being an illusion. Too many third parties in their heads, which could be people or things or jobs or, yeah, it could be your car, whatever it is. There's some sort of third energy interfering. So Wheel of Fortune. There's the spinning of Wheel of Fate. Perhaps your dream is affected by the Wheel of Fortune, like many people's are. Yeah, if you work in the stock market, whatever industry you're working in, things change. Companies get sold. I mean, I don't know what you do. So let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Ten wands. Wow, so that's the block. 10 wands, 5 wands. Competition. Yeah, okay. So whatever you're working on is this weird. So it's not, yeah, competition. Queen of Swords and the Devil. God. Eight wands and the Hanged Man. Some sort of communication they've received. It's a block now, whatever this communication is. This information they've come across. Yeah. Some sort of competition here or clash. Working against people. It's made them see their life as more of a Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. And as the wheel spins, they've had to take new perspectives on this information they've got. I don't know what it's related to. But it's become a block. Yeah, this Queen of Swords here and the Devil. It's this King of Swords, like, just even worse. Like, they don't want to share with you anymore at all. They're allowing their worst tendencies to come out, maybe. Yeah. a new beginning that was actually an ending. It's very heavy reading today. So this King of Cups is what's between you. So let's see, how are you two? Is this okay? The Moon and the Magician. Hidden emotion, also magic. Very magical. Hidden fears. Maybe fears getting in the way of manifestations. I don't know, let's have a look. Come on then, so this King of Cups, how do you use it to overcome this problem? Strength and vulnerability. King of Cups is strong, emotionally secure. He could show you every invulnerability he had and like you wouldn't be able to hurt them. That's the lesson. Because they're a king and a queen of cups. You can't make them cry. You could make a page cry perhaps, but not a king. Yeah. So what's he going to do? This person, or is it between you both decided to try and be emotionally mature? Or I think it's a third person. 7 cups. 3 wands. 3 pentacles. Okay. Strength and the Magician. Okay, whoever this third person is, they're very strong and they're magic and they've got emotional. But is that what you need to maybe? They're helping you talk about how this new beginning didn't really turn out the way you guys wanted it to. There's something about tapping into your strength, balancing strength and vulnerability. The King of Cups is vulnerable. He's emotional. He's not vulnerable to attack, but he shows his vulnerability. You got the 3 fish there. Let's get the sense of 3, a third party. Yeah. Yeah, being masters of all your tools. If you balance the strength and vulnerability and really try and communicate, you can talk about how this new beginning didn't work out the way that everyone wanted it to. We've got the High Priestess here again. I get the sense that whoever this person is that you're having this problem with, they just need clear communication. Yeah. About emotions as well. They want to be able to talk about emotions without feeling emotional, almost. I don't know. Very strange. There's always time. You've got to make time for the important relationships in your life. You have to make time to sit down and have those difficult chats. Not do it by text or anything like that. But if you've got a third party who can help you talk about it, somebody who's strong, who's in complete control, maybe the third party can help you. Or it's about you guys tapping into that balancing of strength and vulnerability with each other. So not being too strong on one side and too vulnerable on the other. Just having an equal balance. So what's this 10 wands? This is something to do with the communication that made the Wheel of Fortune spin. Page of Wands. Let's see. Very heavy burden. It's a block more than anything else. So I could stop the relationship from going any further, and there's this holding back of money. Mother of Pentacles, 5 Pentacles, 7 Pentacles, the Hierophant. The situation you've both invested in for a very long time. There's some regrets in being locked out on both sides. But there is maybe a third or fourth, maybe you got 2 kids, 3 kids. I don't know how many kids you got together, but if you do, either that or third party involved, or you're this vulnerable little doe. That's how you feel. You feel locked out, but because you've invested yourself in this commitment. You know, there's always two sides to every story. The key to successful relationships is being able to communicate about it. So this is about your vulnerabilities, maybe this block. 8 Pentacles, 7 Swords. Wow. I don't know. This is like... something about your work. There's been some deception about something about your work, or maybe you didn't tell the whole truth to whoever this is about your work or what you've been doing or something like that. There's obviously 8 Pentacles here, which is to do with things you've been working on. Some place where you're owning your skills or whatever it is, your workplace, or you know, hobbies, or maybe you work for yourself, your own business, whatever it is. I can't tell so deeply, but there's some deception there about it. Could be to do with money, but you feel very vulnerable about this. Revealing this made you feel very vulnerable. So maybe you've revealed something to them, and they've taken offense that maybe you didn't do it sooner, or they don't feel like you trusted them, or I don't know. Weird. Sorry, not weird, just complex, it seems. The moon's come out again. Hidden emotions, fears. There's a lot of hidden emotions and fears. Just be brave and, I don't know, have a good old honest chat. Be honest with yourself and the people around you. So, what should the viewer do? Let's see. What does it say? What does it say? Seems like quite a wild response. It's like it came out of nowhere. They were like suddenly, oh my God, never thought you would do that. Or, you know, sometimes people are looking for reasons to dislike you though. So always be aware of, I don't know, if 2 people love each other and they really want to keep going, if one person apologizes and the other person forgives, that's how you move forward. Always be prepared to say sorry, and if people apologize to you, the good thing to do is to accept it. But if you're at the stage where you want to leave, then maybe just go. But this feels like something you've both invested in for a very long time. Yeah, 2 Swords, okay. God, King of Swords, 2 Swords. 10 Pentacles. Strength and the Devil. Death. Hangman. Another stacked bottom. He's a good devil. And the Magician. Okay, then we have the Magician and the Magician. 4 Swords. Oh, 5 of Pentacles. This is very hard. 2 Swords, like indecision, unable, or suddenly having to come to a crossroads, or taking which way, which is the right thought, the right way of seeing the situation. Magician. 4 Swords. I don't know if this feels like a warning. I don't like giving warnings. 10 of Pentacles here in the balance. This is the 10 of Pentacles and Strength. Devil. It's almost telling me that if you attempt to close your eyes to the situation and go on the same way you used to do things, where you try to magician something up, create something out of nothing like the magician does, manifesting a solution without actually dealing with it hands-on. And you close your eyes to the situation and you sort of block yourself off, because that's what the block was. The Four of Swords is this 10 wands, that you're going to find yourself outside. Yeah, in Five Pentacles. It's not going to be good. That's what they're going to do. You need to change up how you do things. Sometimes in relationships that's required, because we don't always notice, but you know, your partners can change. Yeah, quietly over the years. And then one situation that maybe 10 years ago they would have reacted to in a certain way, and now they don't. Now they react completely different. So we should always try and understand the people we're dealing with a bit more. You don't just get to know someone and then that's it, because people grow and change. So something about, yeah, this feels like a warning. I don't often give warnings. So don't do the same thing you usually do. Do something completely different. Something they wouldn't expect. Don't try to magic the situation away and say then you need rest and recuperation and time alone and all that nonsense, because you're going to find yourself on the outs. And they're going to be put in 2 swords. And there'll be like massive indecision. Indecision will cause this even worse. Yeah. Yeah. So today we've got, oh, yeah, the spider patterns. Yeah, okay. It's the spiders. Yeah, there's lots of spiders come out a lot. Do not judge. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I mean, sure, we can maybe, you know, we could judge like a serial killer that murders women, and or maybe a company that takes advantage of, you know, people and environments. I mean, we can all sit in judgment, but I'm not going to judge somebody for the way they tie their shoelaces or cut their potatoes. Judgment. Yeah. So don't judge. Maybe don't react in the way you do. Change how you react. If you want to change a situation where it feels like something's falling into a pattern or a pattern you don't recognize, change how you react. Take advantage of opportunities. Okay, maybe that's about your work. I don't know. Expect romance and be open to new encounters. Oh. Maybe this person who you're dealing with is going to do something romantic. Maybe they're going to do something really romantic, and don't judge them when they do it, and take advantage of the opportunity them being vulnerable with you gives you. Because when somebody else is vulnerable, it gives us a space to be vulnerable ourselves. And just be open, right? Be open to new encounters in the way that you might meet a new version of your partner that you don't know about. Maybe a side of them themselves they've kept largely on the back burner or something. I mean, people change in ways we don't always understand. Don't always see, maybe because you're not with that person every day anymore. And what happens with some couples if they spend every day together, they suddenly get down to the end of the road and they wonder how the person that they're with could change so much without them noticing, even though they were with them every day. So don't feel like it's not because you don't spend enough time with the person. Often when you don't spend time with somebody, when you see them again, you'll see things about them that you didn't notice before, because our brain puts filters on, you know, to help with the amount of information we're getting from the world. Got to change algorithm. I'm going to get one last little final message from the angels. Let's see. Have a sense of humility. Don't be too proud so you can find peace against troubles. Okay, I think that, you know, because the Emperor is very proud. This was in your challenge position. I know whoever you are, you're working very hard to achieve some sort of goal, but using us as a shield to stop the communication in your relationship is very unhealthy. Practice a bit of humility. If you do, you'll get some help from the angels, because one of the things they love the most in us is our humbleness. They don't understand ego. Anyway, that's the reading. I hope you have a nice day wherever you are. If you've enjoyed yourself, please do the thing. And thanks for listening. I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye.